cars everywhere. Not one BMW, not one. Because everybody's scared. Everybody's afraid. Why? Well, wind is a lot. There's also some construction going on. I think we should drive away from this place. Let's drive out of here. Can I drive a BMW E90 every day in Nigeria? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, you can. Like, tell me what other car will offer you this kind of look, this kind of exterior appearance, this sporty look for 4 million naira, 5 million naira. Yes, you can't get it anywhere. Coupled with luxury interior, leather seats, leather, wooden trim. But the thing about BMW is when you compare it with cars like the Mercedes-Benz W2, for that's the C-Class C300. This car and that car, they are rivals, but BMW does performance first before luxury, while Benz does luxury first before performance. So BMW first make sure that that car is a perfect driving car, moving well, a driver's car, before they now start to install the luxury finishing. This plastic, they will always crack in the BMW E90. This door trim has been replaced. This is leather. This is not the one that came with it. The one that came with it got sticky. Look at this cup holder. It doesn't work. Look at this. This one is stuck closed. This one is stuck open. Look at this thing. Shaking. So that's the BMW problem. Whoa! So now a BMW, once you start to drive it, all your worries about the interior, all those sounds you hear, everything will disappear because this car will give you pure joy. The BMW E90 started in 2006, ran up to 2012, 2013. This is the facelift, so it looks a bit different from the one that came before it, but they are one and the same. The BMW E90 has over 10 to 12 engines, like there are different engine combinations. But because this is Nigeria, the best engine you can get is the N52 engine. This engine is the N52 engine, the perfect in between. Because with the BMW E90, we have 318i, we have 320i, 323i, 325i, 328i, 330i, 335i, and we have the M3. But this one is the perfect one because it combines just enough power, just enough performance, so it pushes you. You know, if you buy BM, you want to show that you're driving a BM. So if you buy that 320i, you don't have enough power, like Corolla will go dust you for road. That's not cool at all. So that's why I always advise people to go for the 328i. This car, unlike most other BMWs, you feel the weight. You can feel the weight from the steering. Steering is heavy. Most people, when they drive a BMW for the first time, they'll say, my steering is bad. Something's wrong with my steering, it is hard. This car okay? Well, yeah, the car is okay, it's just a BMW, it's very close to the ground. So you can feel the weight. Because the closer a car is to the floor, the more balanced it is when you're driving. So when you're speeding, that's why this car doesn't feel light. Sitting on the floor. On the floor. Balance. On the express, very, very responsive. Once a BMW takes off, nothing can stop it. And the brakes, sharp. Most BMWs have good brakes. I was driving a Camry V6, a 2014 Camry V6 last week, and I noticed that the brake disc was very, very small. For a car that has that much power, the brake disc of this car is considerably large compared to that Camry. So meaning all that power, but the car cannot stop when you need it to stop. That's why BMW considers performance first. You know, in Lagos, Okada man, they even banned Okada, but I still see a few of them. Korokwe, Napep will just come into your front. You need good brakes to tackle them. The car has a sports mode. This sports mode is different from all this Lexus or Toyota Camry sports mode that you put it in sports mode. You're not feeling any difference. This one, once you put it in DS or the manual mode, the car starts to behave different. The car becomes aggressive. The car, the acceleration changes, like everything changes. Feels like I'm praising this car a lot, but the reason I'm praising this car a lot is not even praising, I'm just telling you what me I've experienced. You will go through it, you go see a fire, normal. E90 will test you, normal. You hear one sound, you have to cut, normal. But once you are able to overcome those tribulations and trials, my friend, you are good to go. You are good to go. You are going to get onto the brighter side of life, of driving. Because this is one of the easiest BMWs you can own. Like, it's one of the easiest BMWs. Just make sure you buy the 328i, like I said. and you can drive it every day in Nigeria. People drive this car every day. So funny story. My first ever car was a BMW. I bought it in 2013 for 100,000 naira. I hope my dad never watches this video. Please don't show it to him. So I was in University of Lagos, mechanical engineering, 300 level. I told him that we had practical and I needed to buy a car to understand how a car works, because mechanical engineering cars made sense. My father said, I don't have money, but how much is the car? I was checking car website, checking. I saw one BMW for 100,000 naira. BMW E96. I'm like, sure. I went to go and buy this car for 100,000 naira. No inspection, nothing. I just bought it. Then after 3 days, the car stopped starting. This car might not start for like 4 days. But the 5th day when it comes up, I'm everywhere, driving everywhere. This car broke down on 3rd Milan Bridge at 5 a.m. Immediately I go back to school. I just dropped the key in my room and I never touched that car again. Let me tell you what happened to the car. I never told anybody this. But what happened to the car was I parked the car at a spot, and after 3 months, the university security came. They towed the car away. They said, who wants this car? Come forward. I did not go forward. I left the car there to rot, and they disposed the car inside dustbin. But it doesn't mean that my next car and my next car is not going to be a BMW. So if you compare this car to a Corolla, this car offers performance. When you drive it, you know you are driving a BM, you're feeling the car, you can turn on high speeds, you can, like the BMW offers you that sheer driving performance. But compared to the Corolla, people will say this car is not reliable, that the engine is not strong. But this engine is very, very strong. Let me give you a timeline of all the issues that this car had since when my guy got it and up till now. That's in 3 years. Immediately he bought this car. He bought it for about 3.5 million naira, thereabouts, Nigerian used. I told him that first thing you need to do is you have to change your water pump. But the water pump wasn't giving signs that it was bad. 4-5 months after the car started to overheat, you drive from Yaba to VI, the car is overheating. You have to pour water inside. But one day he went out and he drove the car with a bad water pump. The car was overheating, but he couldn't stop on the road because it was very dark. So he kept driving and then he blew up the engine. So as soon as we changed that water pump, immediately he bought it. He won't have had to change the engine. So he changed the engine, changed water pump. And since then, there has not been any major issue. Imagine he changed the water pump, immediately he bought it. Till now, he won't have any issue. So people just maintain this car very roughly. They expect it to just miraculously be reliable. A BMW E90 shows you everything you need to know on your dashboard. So let's say you're driving this car, you see ABS or brake. There's a reason why the brake light is on. Currently the brake light is on. I scanned it, I saw that the brake pad is low. The back brake pad is low. So I need to change it. There's no way in this world you are going to ignore the warning light on the BMW E90 and you will go scot-free. It's not even an E90 issue, a BMW issue. You won't go scot-free because it's going to punish you by stopping when you don't plan. This thing is showing me that service is due. That means I need to reset the service light on this car. Abi? But I can only do it with this iDrive. But look at the iDrive screen. That's cracked. I cannot see anything on the iDrive. BMW electric car. That's packed up. I have to change this iDrive to be able to do it. The radio stopped working. The AC stopped working. And let me tell you, this small thing that caused these two issues. So when the car came, the window was cracked. This window was cracked. So I changed the windscreen. But when I was changing the windscreen, the guy that changed the windscreen did not put a sealant. I was under this windscreen. He just put the glass like that. It's not like Toyota that you just fix something back. You need to put it the way you met it. It's like a rubber seal here and here. The guy did not put it. So anytime rain falls, water will be entering the car. Water was entering the car, damage the radio because the wires, the electricals, like water spoils wire. It damages this car. So if you want to buy this car, make sure you watch out for the one that all the window, the front windshield, the back windshield is properly sealed so that water doesn't make its way into the car, because if water enters your BMW E90, it's going to affect it. The only people that have issues with this car, people that are not ready to buy original parts, they're not ready to buy original water pump, they're not ready to buy the ABS, they're not ready to buy the actual things. They will make you hate this car. Let's wait for the breeze, because the breeze wants to hold my mouth and I will talk. Because if you go and meet somebody that did not maintain their BMW very well, that's the person you go and meet and say, I want to buy a BMW. We will tell you, don't buy it. But come to people like us. The last BMW I bought for somebody, we got that car cheaper because the owner went to go and buy this car and the owner had water pump issue. But the owner did not know anything about BMW, so he went to go and buy BMW water pump of 120k. He bought the first one. After 2 weeks, he packed up. Bought the second one. After 1 month, he packed up. After I said, this BMW is a stupid car. I don't want it again. I want to sell this car. Then he sold the car. And I went to go and buy water pump of about 400k. Confirm one. Not brand new, but it was an original one. And for over 7 months, no water pump issue. I don't know what car can top this car in my list. Lexus IS250, good car, reliable, but no, it's not as balanced on the road, it's not as sturdy on the road. Benz C300 is everywhere. Police will disturb me left and right. See them? Benz people rather, and Camry people, Lexus people. But this car is better than that. Trust me. I hope I've been able to convince you that this is a car you can drive every day in Nigeria. So people that have all these stigmas, people that have issues with these cars, they don't know where to get the parts, they don't have access to good mechanics. It's really not their fault, but their mind has been poisoned. I want to say polluted, but this one is poisoned. Because people that tell them about this car in a negative way, they poison their minds. So if you want to buy this car, don't let anybody deter you. Go for it if you need to buy an E90. Nothing crazy is going to happen. Just clean the car up, make it look good, maintain accordingly, and yeah, it should be fine.